In January, I placed 4th at the U.S. Cross Country Championships and qualified to compete with the rest of Team USA at World Cross Country. In April, I qualified to the U.S. Olympic Trials by running 9:37.
Yes, we're going to the Olympic Trials!
A few weeks ago, I competed at the trials. I made the final and ran a personal best of 9:21, which got me 7th place. But now I'm wondering, what's next? Hello. So, the Olympic Dream Series is over. I loved it so much, and personally, I don't really want to move on, but it's time. I have to accept it as much as I do not want to. So in this video, I'll discuss why it is the end of track season, what my next races are, what my goals are going to be, and a huge announcement. After the Olympic trials ended, I really wanted to keep that racing streak going and get some big PRs. I was hoping to race a 5K, maybe a 1500, but immediately after the trials, my body was just not responding well. The emotional and physical strain of the trials was just so huge. My body held itself together, but after the trials was over, I just could not handle the training anymore. My body just started hurting. I was getting aches and pains, and I felt like if I kept really pushing and trying to race that I would get injured. So I decided to call it as far as my track season goes and regroup and assess what I wanted to do next. Running for normal, I knew that I was going to do trails at some point this year. They are a trail brand. So the next obvious thing to do was trails. I will be doing the Golden Trail Series again this year. The Golden Trail Series is the premier racing circuit for sub-ultra trail running. The best sub-ultra runners in the world compete in this series of races. There are 8 regular season races and then a final at the end. In each of the regular season races, participants have a chance to earn points. So the better you place, the more points you earn. And at the end of the regular season, your top 4 performances are added up and the global rankings are created. The top 30 highest scoring athletes based on their 4 race total earn a spot to race in the final for the title. It's very exciting. It's a huge opportunity. My first race will be Sierre-Zinal, which is August 10th or 11th, and then 2 weeks later I'll do Tatra Sky Marathon in Poland, and then in September I'm doing 2 races both in California, Mammoth Trail Fest and Headlands. Those are my 4 races in the Golden Trail Series. All of them will score because there are only 4 left in the regular season. Then the final, hopefully. It's pretty exciting stuff. Last year, I placed 19th overall, so I'm hoping to be able to improve upon that this year. Last year, I went into it, felt pretty underprepared for every race, did not feel like my training was well aligned with the demands of the races. This year, I'm really excited that I've been training with David all season, and while trails are still very new to me and I don't understand them, David is an expert and he knows. So in David we trust, or at least I trust. I honestly don't know about you. So throughout this year, we always knew that doing trails was going to be part of the plan. So my training has had elements that are conducive to trail running. For example, I usually do at least 1 uphill treadmill session a week. Generally it's threshold, sometimes it's an easy run. And I also do really hard hill strides at least once a week, but sometimes up to 3 times a week. So I'm getting that good high power output neuromuscular stimulus on hills. In addition, we've kept at least 1 long cross-training session in my training per week. So I always have at least 1 2-hour session, which is definitely good because I'm going to be going from racing about 9 minutes on the track to about 2.5 to 3 hours in all of these races. The Golden Trail Series is sub-ultra, but in my mind, it's ultra because the races are longer than how long a road marathon would take. Those races last year, trust me, mentally, emotionally, physically, they are an ultra. Even though I've been incorporating some elements that are conducive to trail running into my training, transitioning from 9 minutes to 2 to 3 hours is definitely going to be an adjustment. So we're going to be changing my training. Already my volume has gone up. At the end of track season, I was peaking, so it was kind of the lowest it's been all year, around 10 hours a week and even less towards the end, maybe 9. But now it's back up to around 13 or 14 per week, and it might go even higher as I get more into this training. I'm also going to be doing more hill workouts instead of track workouts. I'll be doing more longer threshold sessions, both on the elliptical and the uphill treadmill and outside. And I'll also be moving a lot of my easy runs to trails. Know that no matter what discipline of running I'm competing in, whether it's cross, track, roads, trails, I am always hydrating with Element. Element is a tasty electrolyte beverage with a scientifically based formulation of electrolytes with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. It has everything you need and nothing that you don't to ensure that you will be optimally hydrated, and I've been relying on it for over a year, using this through my training and recovery to maximize my performance. Element not only provides the electrolytes that I need to perform at my best, but also has a great taste that actually motivates me to want to hydrate. If you'd like to try Element, you can get a free sample pack with any order. Just go to drinkelement.com/Allie or head to the link in my description. And as always, stay salty, my friends. As I said, last year I placed 19th, but this year with the coaching of David and a better idea of what to expect on the trails, I really want to improve that positioning. So my goal for this Golden Trail series is to be able to place top 10 in the world, which I know is very ambitious. It's about twice as well as I did last year, and those 9 spots are not going to be easy to climb, but having a really lofty goal going into the Olympic trials of getting top 3 and earning a spot on the Olympic team was something that I really enjoyed. It didn't scare me that it would be hard to achieve it. It just made me really motivated. So going into this Golden Trail series, I want to have a goal that's going to be really hard to attain because I want that motivation and that extra drive to get there. I mean, I really don't know what to expect coming off of the track season. Like, I know I'm in good shape, but will that translate to the trails? We shall see. I placed 30th in World Cross earlier this year. Right now, my steeplechase time is top 30 in the world. So if I could also get top 30 in sub-ultra trail, it'd be pretty cool to have 3 disciplines in 1 year. There's no awards for that. It's just in my head. I'm like, One of the big factors that held me back last trail season was that a lot of these races start at altitude and all of them get to altitude because there's so much climbing. This year, I definitely know that I need to do something to prepare for that altitude because it hit me hard in the races last year. It's just too bad that we live in Seattle and we're at sea level. If only we were packing up our stuff right now. If only we already signed a lease in Boulder. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're moving to Boulder. I can't wait. I'm sorry. I know that was dramatic and cheesy and corny and so badly executed. But I am so excited. Spence and I are officially moving to Boulder and we leave in 3 days. I can't believe it. We've wanted to do this for so long and we're finally pulling the trigger because after this altitude camp this summer, we were like, look, we love it in Boulder so much. We literally cannot hold ourselves back from living here any longer. Like, it has to happen. I'm gonna have trails in my backyard. I'll have David there in person coaching more often. Spence and I and Georgie are all just so excited. We can't wait to get there. And there's gonna be so much fun content once we arrive. So yeah, make sure to subscribe. Stay on top of it all. But yeah, that's all for now, folks.